Ebusa fomo bibi akwaba fambra 2K News and Blogs eso. Ebusa men ka say no NPP communicator Miracle Abwaje e dey nsem bi aba betudwa. Na ni nyina fa eye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eye ne campaign a o launch na anu dey. Ene nyoma ba ku mienu bi a te say NPP for dey aba betudwa. Ebusa edi nkan mama nti ase say Miracle Abwaje a cheche nsem bibremu wakasa pan ye ebusa a in fact e kwa akutie bi. Na question ba ko a edru ba bi obisa ne say nti upon everything I just NDC for mo against NPP for no. Nyankopon ya adom na say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia awie ni a saa no ma bebrebe o kan nyina nti say eba mo be benefit afim ana say mo de mo bekwa akohyem say mo pibia na we ni question a Miracle Abwaje ebusa saa so no achi makasa bebre afa jobs and opportunities a say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eso oba wo de bre youth a wo Ghana ha say no there be wasa chim say in fact e ba na adwuma semu a Ghana e be fa better kwampo e de a chen sebi emrofo ana say abrochiri abusun enko ni nkuti Miracle Abwaje so the sanse mu nchimu na tudwa meso sunya subscribe ya na wa subscribe e de abam uwia na do comment nso ato comment section e bi atini aye kama
sene be ya Ghana ni bia benye bibia ye na odu tumede ne side akona ye nyina ebedi adanse se MPP yaba yoko we eni ama yoko a for a very long time ye kase social safety net se niama aban tumede ba no bia tumi nya ho faso wo Ghana ha bebia na e masikeni ni ohiani enyina etube pre ade ba akoro MPP na mbre bia tumede ba echinje bia eni ho. There is no way a ubisa NDC for some social intervention policy ese MPP di no betumi akabi ubi so mo si wo mo ya akwan si social intervention yenso ye kwan ubi so mo si wo mo de fund a ye dis school dan ba yenso ye de fund ye dis school dan ba we say ubi so mo si omo ye efense omo sisi market into ye social yenso ye si market ye yi ni nyina esi ho a de mo ye na ye nyina ye bi ni ye si chen a ye wo nioma bebre a ye MPP ye de aba ma ye mo NDC for baby ba ye mo nche ye ade ba ko a NDC for de aba ese a ebe national health insurance scheme omutume de ba akopɛ ba a ese a etise national health insurance scheme e bobo nsema man omomo monche ade ba ko a NDC fotumi de ba ese a etise free school feeding a de man kola sebe omo mmea ya na nkan ya ban na emo aduane bi edi ankan sane community ka school on be ka trefie no moma NDC fonche ba ko omutumi de ba ese no President Kofo at the free compulsory universal basic education o mane be ye ade a aba betintim na we Ghana your constitution mu but for so many years aban bie no wotumi ye ono na the capitation by ya e ma basic education e ye free prekope na do danko ekufado e the free senior high school aba emene ohiani ba ene sikani ba etumi kotena presec ohiani ba ene sikani ba etumi kotena Wesley girls ohiani ba ene sikani ba etumi kotena infantipem maami a oti dwa so a oye bodwa a esane bodwa yenti ontumi nye sikentua ne ma school fees mo munku school no ene ne ma eko school omo ananko mo ma edu 12-13 years a omo da so nyina so mba ko ye mate e wo nkofo fie enti omo de omo sori a omo dwen nipa ben na metumi akọ no wakọ ye mate no ene omo nyina tumi nya nda so omo so metumi akọ school e mo ko classroom nkola no mu gina ka kwan ho ekura dog chains omo ton piki omo ton strepsil niema bebre o ka kwan ho ene free SHS abetuma mo nya eni swadu eni da so omo so betumi aye de ompese o bia mo nyina aye den akọ school NDC fonche ade ba ko a omo tumi de aba oman we mu a ese niema ma ebobosu yi ebi ni ho de ombeka so maye bia aban bia betumi a kire bi omaye ba yen niema ma boboso a ye de abayi omu ni ba kompo a betumi de a kire se ya ba ye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say mbrantie ne maba millions over close over 5 million young Ghanaians are ye boa mo makọ free senior high school and technical vocational schools yi omo wie no ese ye pe nyuma emo into the next 4 years ne botaye ne dae so ne niso ade hu no emu oha nchichemu eduokoro 90% of ne vision no for the next 4 years no eye say ye de be bie enyuma mu atre na ma mrantie ne maba ne Ghana fo epe nyuma na etumenye biaye eno ene manifesto Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia epa hontoma na ne kase mu no entotoye ode ato fam yehye ode ato ho no nyina no emu dodo na no ekoma mbrante ne maba ha enkankan minuanom Gen Z fo no munim se Gen Z fo de me ene Gen Z fo nyina president yen toso aba me na me kebe mo me na me boaboa Gen Z fo adwempo ano na makebia eden amomo mi wogidie se ye daachi a ye pe no nipa obetumi esum amana ko nanim ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia momi yentie the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eka eche Gen Z fo endra no de nasem eba ewie no momi yentie sa video ni tiawa na embra.
To the Gen Zs, to the Gen Zs, I am well plugged into the new world you belong, and I know the keys to press to unlock your potentials within. I am your plug to your dreams of a prosperous Ghana. I am your plug to creating opportunities and decent paying jobs. I shall offer you a problem-solving leadership built on my values of integrity, compassion, and sincerity. To this end, I have presented for your consideration our manifesto for 2024. The manifesto is giving. It is giving hope. It is giving ideas. It is giving jobs. To the Gen Zs, I am well plugged into the new world you belong, and I know the keys to press to unlock your potentials within. I am your plug to your dreams of a prosperous Ghana. I am your plug to creating opportunities and decent paying jobs. I shall offer you a problem-solving leadership built on my values of integrity, compassion, and sincerity. To this end, I have presented for your consideration our manifesto for 2024. The manifesto is giving. It is giving hope. It is giving ideas. It is giving jobs.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has presented clear-cut plans for the future of Ghana. No doubt about that. Ne die so ne niso ade hu ne de ode ba ye nyina no ekije bie ne ho. Ye ndane dane mu untumi fe bi nka ho yi bi mfiri mu waka ne niso ade hu a wo ma oman we na Gen Zs ene free senior high school nti Gen Zs ye need to be kan ye need to be tro ye need to be tebrofo. We need to take our future seriously and make sure we are sticking with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the next leader of this country. There is a reason the NDC are going the route they are going. They are going that route because they feel you were not there during their leadership. The former president who is seeking for your vote this time was president at the time when most of you were 10 years old. At the time when you sleep in darkness without really knowing what the cause was. The truth of the matter is that it was as a result of the former president's inability to raise the needed funds to simply buy fuel to power generators he had borrowed on credit. Some of them generating power we do not need. But there's a contract that says whether we use the power or not, we have to pay. And so the power is generated, bent, and then we use your taxpayers' money to pay for it. The truth of the matter is that under the presidency of the former president, a lot of your senior brothers who are unemployed and were looking for jobs, he told them to go and cut grass and organize stones and rocks from the bush and put by the roadside and sell. He told the medical doctors who were simply asking for better conditions of service that he is seeing so much strike that he is no longer bothered by labor unrest. He is almost like a dead goat who is not perturbed by sharp knives. That is what the former president told our medical doctors. He withdrew allowances of nurses and teachers who were in colleges and denied the poor children who wanted to be part of formal education the opportunity to be part. Over 100,000 of Ghanaian children whose parents could not afford to pay for their fees under his presidency so they could go to secondary school were denied the opportunity to go to secondary school. But in his mind, you've forgotten. In his mind, you were too young at the time to recollect all of these things. And so he moves around speaking as if he's come from another planet all of a sudden. And he rather begins to ask the man, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the person who has never been vice president before, the person who is vice president, he tells him to do the things he is dreaming to bring to this country now because his government is in power. But we ask him, what are you seeking to come and do? You have been president before. The things you are telling us today, why did you not do those things when you had the opportunity? At least you, we voted for and made you president. Dr. Bawumia, we've never made president. You are a vice president, just as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is today. When it was your turn to come and ask for our vote at the time you were vice president, you told us you were merely a spare driver and that we should make you the main driver so that you can implement vision for us. You were going to create jobs. You were going to create opportunity for the young people. Rather, during your tenure, for 4 years during your tenure, you kept us in darkness. Businesses collapsed. People lost their jobs. People lost their lives in their theater. Today you come telling us same stories you told us in 2012 when you're seeking for the opportunity to be president before. And you think you can hide behind all these things and become president simply because we have a certain number of people who were very young at the time you were president and you're going to ride on them to become president again. We're sorry. It's not going to happen. Yebema obi fufuro kwan. Yebema Ghana ni fufuro ono so wa adwenche fufuro. No no so de aba abeboa yen na yetumi ya de achekere ye man we. De obeye bia asomampeni no unya akonya se obeye. Uye maye huye. Ubu ya bonfia, ubu ye nimtia, okeka de opekere yen. Aden na wugidi se obetumi aba na nei we yintuma fufuro na wa be kasa kire ne yeto aba man. Yeto aba man. I doubt if there is anybody who was in this country during the tenure of the former president today who would say ene obekwa koto abama former president Mahama. This is no new my way mu. Enu nti da mo behwa ne kasa oka nyina ne na probo obo nyina yi. He has refused to account for his stewardship when he was president. Enka de efe ne say omampani a wa betwa mu de se wo pese esanto abama wa nka wo be hia yen a wo be ka kire yen embra ye ma wo ye omampani no de awutumi ye na wajire no so na de to abama and then yes how rather what you are doing is to ride on your so-called inefficiencies of an existing government to be voted for. Fair enough. But what we are going to do is that we are going to compare your performance as president and the performance as the president that we currently have. Because no you uko equal. Now say you compare Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to you there. You compare your performance as vice president. Now you compare Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia performance. You bisa wa spokesperson Honorable John Jinapo. You bisa ne say eduma bempa na wo ye as vice president at the time. In some more catch no. You bebo video na mo mahwe. Me pamcho mo hwehwe sa video de ma me why. We have that video. Please find the video. John Jinapo describing the role you, the former president, you played as a vice president. You befa wo eduma wo ye as vice president. Na ya fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eduma wo ye as vice president ni asese. Eno na ye begina so ato aba. Na nkan ya asem nya reho a nkomampani president wo de ho compare vice president na tama na wo ye vice president na wo mampani edi no ye the president esusu wo one man can say as vice president we a spare driver enti ye ma okwan na be main driver you told us this at the IEA debate in 2012 enei wakwa aseyaba oba ye wagu enum asepoto edwuma de ma wantumi anye ubuye nyina abofia keka asem kire wakwa aba ase aka chese yento abamawo na be your mampani na this time round you the former president opese ye de wo e compare vice president there bi edwuma a wo ye na vice president no ne ye ba behwe ne da compare as vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo edwuma wo ye as president de Ghana ne bia anim you were the most incompetent president this country has ever had omampani be na mate say Ghana ha ya hwehwe ne nsemu as with corruption e wo man wo da wonko a wo pe any vice president a woti akonwa so wo president etumi ma ye investigate you as a certain vice president wo pe na wo ye president a utumi je contractor car na wo ma no contract wo pe eti wo de unni koyiko unni size but si ye ka say enei omo ko abato nyina ye be ye comparison there ye the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as vice president and the former president Mahama as vice president they ya compare ne ya hwe ansa na mewie na show yi mebo edwuma poten a wow spokesperson kan ye say we ye vice president no na we ye ewa ban we mu munya video ne pe mon kan che me ye de be commercial break ne ya say akwaba but for now yentie dia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewo emayen ewo ne manifesto o chechire a o de a kire Ghana fo nyina say we any juma me pese yedi a few highlights of it. There were two versions of the document. There were the abridged version, and no, a few pages. You are born 7 tofa. And there were the main document, full document, about 260 pages. Obia wasemu manifesto nim. Tailor for wom, doctor for wom, lawyer for wom, mechanics for wom, boja for wom, tomato seller for wom, queen mothers for wom, ayen for wom, aso for wom. Obi o Ghana ha bia no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewo edidaso emawo ewo eniswade hu emawo ewo nhyehyeye pa eda ho emawo unya mbra bomode na fa ye manifesto ni bi ewo online bawumia.com www.bawumia.com na nado adarumenti efie bia ye wakola ba ko a wako free SHS anye hwe obetumi a type fa wo phone no ema wo nana no fa wo phone no ema wo ba no nonko www.bawumia.com ohwehwe manifesto obekọ manifesto mienu ni nyina ho abridged version de abo ne tofa no wo ho na ne kese ne nyina so ye de ewum maame papa ma wo ba no engine fi internet ne so no fonto phone no so anaju bi abeda on kan kakra ma anaju bi abeda on kan kakra ma obehu dai so a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewo ema oman we na sem ba ko a ye bo ne tofa edika Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eka ne se answer ne yebeba abemu in the year 2017 na on my way we were in a lot of difficulty. The economy was completely on its knees. Aketua krani ntumi ntua. Aketua ntumi ntua. Nurse for the teacher for to me adwuma 1 year aban se minister ntimi the policy biaba e fe 3 months policy. Why adwuma afeba ko ba betu abosome miensa. Nkola ehiafo a no mako school ye gi o allowances free o nsem. National health insurance eguye. Oman no eba ne nkotodwe nim ye dum kanea tena kanea mu mfie miensa ko mfie nan nkola ekotro nsohwe esua de o ka akwan ho esa ne kanea dundum nti ye pamo nkrofo enwumem mfidie adwuma etoto om mfidie enwumem. That is how bad our economy was at the time. Between 2017 and eba ebepem 2020 yenyina ebedi adanse se na nado danko ekufo de MPP aban Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia echeche niama momai we yetoto niama kama. In fact, a lot of people will confirm say 2019 Christmas was one of the best Christmas this country we have seen in so many years, which is a fact. In fact, as at the time you will 2020 no na inflation you be fire na former president Mahama e dey akodu 15% no na dey aba be do 8%. Kai say former president Mahama eba be mu abe mampani as at 2013 no na inflation was 8%. Obefa no odoko 15%. Ye bomode ye ho adwuma manetia baya bedu 8%. Fofi antwata na covid ya rebone obia ni ndaso nsusu se beba eba ye ema wiase afa na nyina yaso be ye hia na yehu bia ye ni ata na yehu de ye a eneme no kase okọ America okọ UK okọ Asia obia prese obebo modena wama ne man no ejina ne nan so nti yen so kakra be kan ye. But in the past few months yenyina ebedi adanse say a my way nkakra ye guso e ba be gina ye nan so at some point an yememu ye den pai wo covid mu no Nana Danko Akufo-Addo take a decision. In fact, anka opa sambre no nko beka say okay ye njede ni penwu ye bebo ye man no ho ban na ya boye economy no ho ban but ka che and that video is still there or say e kwan ye be fa so a say economy ni say a ye betumi esiesie na man abja na so de ye betumi ye nim se na be say no na mum si ye hwe nipa ba kumpa e be ye tin say nipa no ye betumi afa na free owo mu abankwam nti we take a decision as a mampanin say obebo ye nkwa ho ban ye wie a send ye tie bia send ye si atete apanse bia no ye na ebeka ye ho abom na ya kyekyere ye economy ne ebiem enu nti enene yetumi ka say inflation ekoya kodu be 54% nyame adom ene atia ba be do 20%. What it means is that Nana do Asem okan no krebi wom because inflation e kodu 54% atia ba be do 20% and ye bia madaroma nipa na ewu ye a omo hwere omo kwadere covid no omumu ba akompo yetumi afa na fi owu ma ba nkomo na nke busafo ni beje nka reho a ene edwodwo a eto abatan ekunafo ene ebusuafo a etwaga na hesi omo hwere omo adofo no nkomo ni beje yinyaya ke bituma ene sa ba nyankopon fa sa achede no amma nipa enu nti economy ni de ekwan bia MPP aban ni Nana Danko Akufo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be fa so a ye be rebound no and the fact is that as we speak the economy na essay ye tete pansam ye no eguso a esisi akwan so ene ukwadwa so a eduane bo ba na eba fam na che say essay kra obetumi sisi no the nipa no hwe ne nkwane de ebe ye tin say obetumi asan fa na fi owuma ye den abankwam Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say in the next 4 years no the economy na e ho touch ma and do nankasa gitumu e kan ye say ai gitumu niema mo ye din asetre mo ye din niema bo ye din so nkakra oguso a opia niema besisiye into the next 4 years no obeye niema ntentem so ne ya di niema toto akwemu na oman no sikasem na se ejare dan so ntempre kopɛ ade bako a obedu hu dwuma pa ne se ye behwe kwan be fa so a ye sikasem ntoto ye no enko bu mfa so enti dia wunya no eno na undi ema ne mboro so nti onemra ebi beba ne ye make sure say ye be hihye ekuo batan bi a o say ye be frɛ no Independent Fiscal Responsibility Council ne ya sen asesa embra na ekyere ye kwan ye fa so ye ntoto ye sikasem ne de ebedi ne yende no yetumi adane dan na se ne be ya afi bia no ye ndi mboro dia afi etwemu no yetumi nya ye no so nti o say establish an Independent Fiscal Responsibility Council and amend the Fiscal Responsibility Act to add a new fiscal rule that requires expenditure in any year does not exceed 105% of previous year's tax revenue. Eti afi etwemu no sika ye jeje ye no se afefefo ye ko remu a ye de mra eba ye de be kyekyere ye ho se na be ya ye nkodi mboro de a afi etwemu no ye nkodi mboro so oha ene enum oha ne emu kyekyemu enum 105%. Sene be ya mbre bia no ye gina kwan paso enti ye de mbra beba na kyekyere ye na yetumi aye ne saa o say obehwe no one make sure say ye betumi enyi ye sikasem ntoto ye economy nsem no ye betumi akọ about 6% na say ohankyechemu ensia ye betumi egro ebube tre na emu abai na wode niema obeye no de atoto akwemu na sane eme ne se ba no wakyere ya no ekyenye bie ne ho nkasa basaba se bie ne ho wakyere se obey establish Minerals Development Bank eno no mekyekyrem or the data hub beba mekyekyrem obembeki sure say yedwadie hu nsensem no bekoso yie ene niema bi ne nnwuma bi a ne yen hyedan fa ye ne ndie kye bebre no te say emerging industries, sports, tourism, any creative arts ne ade na eya ne yen fa ye ne ndie kye bebre no de ne be die kye ne tumi enso create ema nnwuma dodo aba na oman ne sikasem ho hyehyeye ne ntotoye no emie bie kakra afi o say embre du say ye bepe kwan bi a aban ene ankrankra beka bom ayonkofa soronko bi so na maniam yetumi akontentem no kra ne say oman bia otumi ne ankrankra ekabom ekyekere oman no eya ne contentem na ye boy homoden asoman ye hyehyɛ niam bebre ba na dwimu no ogidi say bebia babedu ne mpempeso ya babedu no eya akono ema say ankrankra ba beka oba aban ho na de ayi na bebi into betintim mu na emu aye tin se na be ya bitumi ama oman ni sikasem na de akọ anim na ne botaye ne nisuade ho ne kese pa ne se obehwe na enwuma aba de Dr. Bawumia ekedie ehye bebre na yede aba na yimrante ne maba ne mebun aye omomusu enwuma national apprenticeship program omo ko school sua eco school omo ko technical and vocational niam bebre health insurance ye the kidney dialysis abeka ho ye the sickle cell abeka ho a lot of social intervention policies o say embraso say ye be channel ye attention ye de ye ni bibia behwe enwuma ye bebie ene enwuma ye betremu na emrante dodo a wo hwa ye se penwuma momo no yapomo ene me no ka say aban any uncrown ni ade akaboma ye create over 2.3 billion jobs but nipa dodo na negusu pedwuma simply because even though we create nyuma no adechi bia no nipa dodo so aye ready so mo ye adwuma no so bebre be ka ho nti aban bie no in 8 years e create nyuma te say MPP aban NDC focus agitu mu say the entire time omo ba aban mu 8 years no omo create nyuma just a little over 600,000 jobs. No, more kasa ejitu so mo create here. MPP abaye created 2.1 million jobs in 8 years. No government has done that. One day one from Kwama 160,000 jobs. Abaye bien why say nipa dodo aya form ewo nurse for doctor for teacher for police for immigration fire service bebre kwa Ghana Airport Company, Civil Aviation, Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, Enyuma bebre, and ye create in the period of 8 years 2.3 million jobs in a buy ide create. And yet you were ranting in maba bebre omo peduma, rightly so. Because you will be creating 2.3 million jobs, but there are 4 million people, 5 million people who are ready to work. And you still have to create more. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say we need to find a strategy to get this done. It's time to shift focus towards creation of jobs and expanding businesses for the Ghanaian people to be a bit more productive. The kind will be training 1 million youth in digital skills. Adi eni ebi obi beka say na dey awuke na won ye. The facts of the matter ne say that nyina no ne any secondary school say your tablet disu ade. The fact of the matter ne say that nyina na internet penetration and in barely about 30%. 32%. Inti den ye internet no na ba o man we mu bebre ti se na ye hu ni. The fact of the matter ne say da no na Ghana ye niam no bebre wo ho a ye hihye ni ye ma ni sie ni ye. Inti creating digital jobs no na ye nyan tintim ye. Ene no esa the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ndwuma wa in the digital space. Esa the digital literacy we raise yakosro. Internet penetration nei efi 32% ho baby akodo about 70%. Nipa dodo na nani omu kura internet ni ade nti ama Ghana for are ready to embrace digital world na edan yenim no. Internet me Gen Z fo yi and the young people of this country they can sit here in Ghana and work for companies outside Ghana. Oko India there were millions of young Ghanaians who ye adwuma wo India. I can tell you on authority say, or ye juma in India, or to India no ye juma, so the company were Europe. The company no ye juma man no, or UK. The company no America, but to India no ye juma masa company no. That is what the digital skills can give to your young people. Into coding, data processing, data management, big data management, cyber security jobs, they are there. Into what and cry krumwa. Wote damongo wote sabelugu and so na company a wafa we adwuma na wo ye adwuma man no company no e wo New York and na company no e wo Sweden and na company no e wo Norway. The only way a Ghana form rant any maba nso betumi akasa enwuma ya aba bebre a e kwaso we wiasa fa na nyina ne say e be monya sa skills no specifically Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say obe training 1 million of these young people in digital skills. No mo so omo tumi nya nwume ya ewo wiase afa na obi a eyebi. De tosumienu Ghana ha for the records businesses the companies e wo Ghana ha no emu 90% SMEs. SMEs ni ye ndwuma nketenkete ne ye ho nwuma small scale small and medium scale enterprises. Small business kweku menu ventures akosi ansa ventures so businesses nketenkete no Ghana ha enyuma wo ha no emu 90% SMEs ɛna yɛn so a yɛwɔ my way mu a yɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ my way mu no Ghana ha yɛyɛ adwuma no emu 80% yɛyɛ adwuma ma SME companies but omu tie figures ni you enyuma ɛwɔ wia Ghana ha businesses ne companies ne adeɛ nyina no emu 90% ɛyɛ SMEs nyuma nketenkete enyuma yɛfo ɛwɔ Ghana ha no ɔmo yɛ adwuma yɛ form ndwuma mu ne adeɛ no emu 80% ɛyɛ SMEs. What it means is that si yɛ pɛsɛ yɛ bi enyuma paa na nipa dodo nyɛ enyuma yɛ sɛ yɛ di SMEs n'akyi. Nti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say he is going to introduce an SME bank. Banka ɔmo deɛ ɔmo botaye no ɔmo ni so ade hu nyinaa ne sɛ yɛ bodwa adwuma yɛ adwuma nketenkete Kwaku Menu Ventures esie do dey ohene say you know Kofi and Sons ene ama ansa and sa enyuma obia small businesses yi wo pɛ sika hye wadwuma nimu a SME bank no be ma sika na da tre wadwuma nimu wo tre wadwuma nimu a ebeboa na wafa nipa dodo ama mo yɛ adwuma no. That is one of the areas Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be creating the jobs. Of course, the minerals industry and its value chains. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di kan ka say Obebie Minerals Development Bank. Na Minerals Development Bank no edwuma na eba be say beboa na small scale mining edwuma no emu ebie. Na immediately the small scale mining sector will expand, there will be a lot more jobs coming in. Don't forget it's already Minerals Income Fund and so Minerals Investment Income Fund and so you may be in the lithium sector. You will never be a cost for bauxite. Guide deck for your modie, iron ore for gas deck for so your modie. By the time all these mineral sector ni na be kabomo na enyuma ye bebe bie fi wono enye bini, and he is going to support all these sectors for them to be able to grow quickly and recruit and hire our people. Create jobs through the National Cyber Security Workforce Development Program. Ya ka say ene enyuma ekoso we ase afade yi na no they are all hinge on digital space. Cyber security, data processing, coding, data transformation, software development. Those are the things that are moving the world now. And that is where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is looking at. Or say, Obe recruiting 1,000 special needs teachers. Oko School for the Deaf, Meme constituency. It has the constituency one of the most special needs schools. There was school for the blind. There was school for the deaf. There was secondary technical school for the deaf. Oba Miami School, Okwapman School. There special needs students. Visually impaired students in the tech class. Ebimo a partial, ebimo ye complete. You know me track like me class am tena they are not or DBOD second or me class or you visually impaired. And so they DBOD second. It means that when you give support to our brothers and sisters with special needs, they will be able to do great things. Me class e will Kwapman School. General at 1. Odi second sa me ye. Odi second sa me ye school. And there were several of them in our class. One of the best politicians I have seen in my life. Now, a friend is saying visually impaired. And see, we really need to support our friends and our brothers and sisters with special needs. And see, Obe recruiting a lot more teachers for the special needs school, no more training. Oko School for the Blind, Ekropong. You see the children doing amazing things. They need support from government. And government can use that avenue to even create jobs for a lot more people. Or say, Obe setting quota for recruitment of PWDs for public sector recruitment. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, Adia Bakwa ode to film and say, or na mu and she share Bakwa then in Supa and say, Abaye nyumasem, Abaye jube bia ye fenipano. Obe she de yibia sun chance we dear, ye de maye nuanom with special needs. Nancy Awayebi, ye special needs for you. Since 2017, Bepemone, go to your district assembly and check. A lot of the district assembly common fund towards supporting persons with disability, for entrepreneurial skills. Jennifer B. Juma, Jennifer Yese, Nancy Yaman Yuma or Tobut ya. Ye Tobut and some free or Juma Semi way, or form permanent jobs. Omunina permanent jobs at the districts, our womb across the country. It's a bibia, a done in so or abadaya shronko ema ye nuano mo special needs no, and that is why na dwen say free there kono abanye dwube bia ye fe ni pebia no yenja ba ko mienu bi to ho for persons with disability no mo so yembo omo ne yemfa MP omo. Employ more lawyers for legal aid, at least 2 for each district. me di MC pen embra na me ye MC for Ekuapem North no yenya issues a yesi akokofodua ni akokofodua attorney general's office no amaye lawyer ba ko mienu say omeboa ye na on church ye be man nti eto de bia a lot of the district we find ourselves in difficulties before we even get legal counsel because then be say we hu adwuma be hwe no every district must have at least one lawyer to guide the district. Moko General Assembly meeting, you need to have a lawyer there. You need to have a lawyer at the assembly, embedded in the assembly. A lawyer must be at the district to provide support. Obi enya asem minim say wako magistrate court and a circuit court bi o district bi mu da. I'm sure I tell you already ho. Obi eja case pa. E dey da beji da kanim. Ono kwa na buy only lawyer. Because on to be into your lawyer ka. It asem ne ba so di for onim ne na kotum nto bi aponche yese ko 6 months judge ne ye boni bia emra no de ye adwuma anka wunya lawyer anka bi ye wasem no enko ye 6 months e be 1 week and 1 month we need to provide this support at the district level. It's another way of creating jobs, and this will be done by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Afi tourism, creative arts, sports, jobs abroad program. Measure that to me boss in the next friend is saying weeks here there me. Every episode be a be fast and say we mako. Ni ashe that to your boss ni aka ho asem. Ni acheche mu ye, ni atiase ye, ni ehu ekwan a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be fast do bie bienyu. For example, sports. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can point blank say listen. Football and sports in the whole eye oman no akoma. E se pekwa bi e be fast so e be hyemu kena. And ye Premier League say send tie bia no aban waso die say Premier League ne begina na ma private sector and so I attracted to it. Into we dikaka I think we'll get there or say Premier League teams no you best support your aban best support your mo NDC ni gaming commission kan bom na omo djuma omo ye no emfaso no omo nya ye fa bi she football mu atro no manifesto nim enti Premier League team say unya qualify na Premier League team obo Premier League di bi nko ade a aban beto bass amount at least we players to kwanya mo ko bon match efi we wo dewu mo ni dewu United ko bon match we do players betrim na de o makọ aban embu akokoro betumi de aba afebo so me bia no aban ebe support Premier League clubs omo 16 Premier League clubs aban be support omo kakra na mo players yi omo tumi de kakra mo na football na yeden aya akono ene ye Premier League players yi onya jindi kakra kwa aburuchire ebi mutumi kwa aburuchire ya ko Sudan okwa aburuchire okọ Sudan adentia because okwa obenya sa support wenya kakra yeden abafie. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia believe say embrante na eye sports no ene yesika bebre hwe Mohamed Kudus hwe Thomas Partey ball omo bo ewo abroche memu ye wo Ghana fon kwala bebre o metumi e boss abo ni bi na omo nya sa opportunity no ambo ye Premier League bi na ye Premier League no so anya akono emma nipa anhwe ama Premier League na nkwa enimu a ebede na yetumi nya a lot more Mohamed Kudus ene Thomas Partey sika omo de ball my way mu no enye bidie. And if we push a lot more young people into this space, the Premier League will become attractive. It would attract investors. It would go a bit more higher than it is now. Now, almost to be a common nebi muba, no common nebi mumba, no common nebi mumba, no common name, no more discarded being so ball my name, Ebeboa or mine. Now, yeah, just send them away, you know. Like I said, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia manifesto no a heavy on jobs and opportunities for the youth. Ye creating high-tech fourth industrial revolution jobs. I don't know. And only ye nyuma ene ukwa abrochire. I know that da abroche memu obia edi jujuma. Into the digital economy hub na makawa 7 it's coming. It's going to train the young people in technology and innovation. Obe training the young people on training in technical and vocational skills. Or say obe training in kola in soft skills. Any creative thinking, any mindset. Obebwa na a friend is saying jobs in green industries, aviation, nyuma beba, professional services, jobs abroad program there. Me say measure that to mbwa pa me ya kan wasem. And jobs in defense related industries no. Me the defense ministry for nankasa beba the next chapter show so. Ni ya share that na say ni ya kan sa jobs in defense related industries no wonsem. Sa ni me ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan wansem ye be fa no mako jobs in agri business, jobs in sports. Now, I thought I can't just sports now. Here, Kumasi Asanto Kotoko, the United. Now, see football team Ben Kwan say, omo sika sem ko from players equal to RTU Real Tamale United omo bo Premier League e say Real Tamale United etuka efi Tamale ebesen ko bo match e wo any Dreams FC be bo match e wo dewu bas ebia no mu nibi enu nti RTU are qualified by Ghana Premier League enso no ntimi me bo match obakra obeba players mo ra akofem because e tele bia sika kro mbe tu kwan efi Tamale aba no eni ho adentia nioma mienu initial investment no eya na wo fam de atoso mienu esa say initial investment no wo fam nti entumi ma team no any football na yebo no enya akono ba aban tumi so ma se kakra bia ebeboa se RTU eso yana sa aban amom bus no mo de bus yi betu kwa efi Tamale abese aba Kumase any Kumase Asante Kotoko abebo na mo players yi at least aban ebo mo kakra na say aban pilot here with why Odeji kakra 500 cedis, 300 cedis, 800 cedis. Na for 20 our players. It is a team ne struggle krana. Abai ebwa players ren kakra 16 teams. Obi a kra players 30 kra okabo mo saying about 500 or so. O multiply by ebia 1000 cedis saying. Na obi na Ghana for almost ye nneoma betumi aboa na oman na de akonenim. Even though players no your friend is saying players for private and friend is teams, it is the league of the nation. Eventually no say players it mbobo no mu ko boni do baby a ye ton mo anfa so boss na say abrenti your bobo Manchester United ye mbo abe honorable how you do so team. Oh, this is a haku. It's a haku. Siko bobo yesi kaketwa. Millions of pounds. Ene ababedi honorable and do so in the football team kotokom sasika no ebema otumi dia share team nim na mani team no etumi agina nti imagine say ya boa Premier League teams yi no mu nyina in a particular season aban de sika hyem aban aboa asa first pitches yi ama football pitches ye jana nine so ne ade a ye beka wansem ye do ye beka wansem nti that is a kind of thinking Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e eba in job creation for that. Secondly, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia edi ato na koma so say ekwen bia ye befa so a ye beboa businesses na sa businesses yi etumi ebie omo nwumem omo bie omo nwumem a omo faga na fododo no obeye enu nti aban ebe cut 3% of GDP if your expenditure na ya direct ama private sector 3% of your GDP no eye 30 billion what you say kan biom 3% of your GDP no eye 30 billion and a buy say ye dey private sector form nye adwuma na ye fan 3 ye nwumemu ne ma embo no muntu mfa nipa. And what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has always been saying is say adensi na ye higher home in terms of public sector infrastructure and even services delivery abrebia no aban pesikani nyina na by the bibia at a time when we can get private sector to come and support. You bet you my private sector be ye wo kwan na da ukromu no na wetoli de ateneka. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say dormitory blocks no, hostels no, classroom blocks no, aban ebesi dormitory block aba me find say presec ebe cost 4 million Ghana cedis. Aban any 4 million Ghana cedis at once. Bawama contract. Ye adwuma na edu baby. Contractor raise certificate. Esa aban tuaneka. Aban niska it's a project naka. Project anka ese yedi 1 year and 6 months no. 4 years ni enwie. 5 years ni enwie. Eto de bia 8 years. Eurojet year present ko for ba 2008. NDC for better so 8 years. So mo ntumi enwie. Na na ekufa do afa na we wi a obi bia no. So for 12 to 13 years, hospitals are yes no. Ntumi ensi ewie. Because I buy and a press obenye sika de ade ni nyina prekope. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, "Yama ankra private sector. And for more musika nhyem na mumfa rent aban and mumfa lease aban. What it means is that aban betua wo na mum enwu nyia se obepe sika ni nyina etua ne ne. Obetua ne nkakra over a long period of time. Sa dormitory block bi na every girls phone call ani hia. Normal demu na esa ne say aban sika nyina mo ano preko penti no. Yes the be 4-5 years yen wie no. Yema private sector mbesi. non fan rent aban na aban tua rent ema private sector nti afi bia no aka 1 billion ye behia a ye ni nti project ne kesi wona esane say ye tua rent kakra kreti ye behia bia 100 million utua ya na private sector de ko afi no so ane wetua afi no so ane wetua afi no so ane wetua. The advantage is that dormitory block na nke be take you 4-5 years ansa we see no wo si nene na nkwala no mo ko first year na nyemu atena na mbonja so mfaso na wetua ne kakra. It makes a big difference. At the same time no esane say we bia mu sa nti enwuma edroso ankwankwa enwuma ne droso nti obi anso yebi obi ayebi no bia so fa nipa ehiem. That is the strategy Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wants to adopt going into the future to ensure say you be free aban from the pressure aye here at every point in time to build public infrastructure and give it to private sector to help. And yeah no pe hospital bi wo ho a ye pe MRI scan ye ni scan machine bi ye pe X-ray machine ye ni bi aban to me to bi ko hospitals bia across Ghana nti oko hospital a yes ye ko twa scan no afaka oko regional capital oko district capital ehun sem bebre aban say private sector for MRI scanning machine basic hospital nim na yentua on kakra adan say ye ko hospital a ye dem bebre health insurance yamai. Why can't government do that? Come and put your scanning machine in the hospital. Let our people use it now. Yema ye man for no en use ne ye omo use no omo nya so mfaso no omo ho tom na wo no entua nkakra. It's all part of the strategy Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wants to utilize. Ebiem we are here for na nyina. It has become evidently clear say amaya omutumede omo egudie eta omo man sikechi no omo man ni sika na ho de no ekoso ekope ntuko UK ade ba kwa ma UK British pound akoso ebribia na ho de wo so de say British pound no omo back no heavily with gold ade na ye to gold no ye ntumi ye eneyi ya build gold reserve na manakoso ma yeguso ekoye nim. It has become evidently clear say and yet gold ya you started see here turn and see here domestic gold purchase program here started see here and see here and how you will move cray one shanka beye and mo beye mienu na miensa but it's an strategy didn't know and you go so dan and kakra and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say it's a see ye shemu kena ya try ahwe ye de eni hu say ya ebeye ye so ebe ma ye sika semu ma ye den ti ebe shemu kena and we're going to ensure say the tried and tested gold purchase program now ye be stabilize the currency no ye be ye Ghana ya how you your currency because you got the nefia manonoba into the currency now what they confirm affects BBA and that is what one of the strategies Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wants to use. Afe omo ye friend is saying abefo sikasem to ye ni ade ye fintech companies bebre aba omo ye hihye bebre ni ade Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say odisika $100 million be shem say na be ye be ma ankran so I attracted to South fintech space no almost be support it na boa na Ghanaian startups Ghana for young people oko Nigeria Kenya a lot of fintech institutions so say bebre and it's timer yes ye dey ahon ne kakra beta o machi no mo so metuma ye dodo amayen ewo omaiwe mu afi ne kese businesses are ye won maiwe mu yatede abosi okaifo okaishifo makolafo kaneshifo edum techiman salaga yatede Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say oni GRFO edikan to kwan akọ Estonia akosua Estonia se na be omoyo musika sem nhihye mehye da be no so ne akọ hwasem ntenei or the flat rate tax regime beba se na be ya sa na tuase mateso na me de akose na me mpe wasem ntiro obetuase na me wo me shop na obi aba ote ose woton mateke woton ma calculate ntu betuase na be ye free ho ye the flat rate tax system eba for all Ghanaian businesses and individuals. Enti say woton tomatoes, so woton esam, say woton engine, dia woton biaro, dia woton no enu bia na meton a nyina ebetue sika kro, nsakra bia mbem, nhihye bia nda ho, no bi abaye bibi ama na ko create problem am. Ne kese dia efe de ene se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia we nyina yi na odwen wo ene me nso ye ho Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say or the credit scoring system ebeba na credit scoring system de be ya ne say ebedi kan ya boa ama Ghanafo etumi enya niema ye beto ene niema ye be free niema ye beto ne yetua ne nkakra buy now and pay small sabe pepe na credit scoring system tie no crepa ne say ya yenim no yenim yeso ebebisa ne yembisa biase afa na nyina omo makọ manim no dodo na no yemfa sika enko shop enka se me beto akonwa akosi midemu yemfa sika enko car dealer ho enka se me diska beto car akosi in fact in some jurisdiction like in the US udi will sasha obotum na yi $3,000 kekekra one share be ko investigate say now go first can be free. They basically live on the credit system. And the credit system advantage woman say emma obia tuminya sebe niema kakra bi a obehia na wetumi akọ wenim no obia tuminya bi ahwo ye bi ankoba enu nti na yebusuafo na etu kwan fie kwa mano no nipa no kwa ya within 1 year no afro say oh makoto car fufuro oh me apartment bi ni oh me koto nkonwa oh manya fridge bi de tie ne say omo credit scoring system na the credit scoring system ne tie ade no nya yan kore be ma wo gada ha no ye tonto niema no bebre na ye nya yan ke de be free no etia nkakra wo na mum ye ngi ndi say ye de ma obetua ena ye de ma wo so ne wantua e be den kwa ne ye hu eti na ye ni bibisa no batani Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia digital drive odi aba Ghana card ba ye ai na Ghana card and one they register your mobile number and one they be your bank account Ghana card no and one na odi aye wo friend say wo tax identification number and one aye wo pension any ade nyina nti ama omo disika se mu dwa credit facilitators businessmen no akoma tom yem kakra se me dia de ma miracles na se miracles me hwehwe na me hu no kra ne wakwan amefa so ametumi atwesi miracles me hu no nti dia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de ba ne se ye benya a more comprehensive credit scoring system a ukoji besia wa ha uto ade we e wa ha uto we wa ha uto we wa ha o de momo tobi o de bank tobi o ye se tobi o ye te wo controller de nyina ni nyina beka bom na che oh miracles no out of score of 1,000 no ni sika sem hunsem anase obo besia utua ni credit worthiness no 800 and 900 it is a wo ko bi ho na wakoto akonya si wo akonya we mpese me turn on creditor or ko hwe wo credit score na hwe se uyo bi a se ye de ma a free boa utua anase wuntua that's all the credit scoring system is about utua anase wuntua se uyo bi a utua yes je the tua nkakra because one ye de mo wa utua okwa abuchia that is what is there adenti eno bi person otakonya just why you juma be ne mojenia 2 years as we service card akonya adenti ena obi person onya fridge e woni demu na ode no musuo just we service card 2 years until they nya fridge anu musuo now this is what happens it's said to say bibia e cash carry organa hanti abrantia na baba no ko hide ya owuremu a e ne bag kwa no di wuremu oni akonya oni fridge oni tv oni mpa so beto sanya ma we na se woka ni nyina aboma bia be 30,000 na ketua e 2,000 Ghana cedis e be dey na wetumi nya sika akoto 30,000 sanya ma we nyina nti 2,000 no busu bia obe 7,000 12 months na wenya 12,000 nti 12,000 no e bia okoto nkobia okoto mpa no wase abese bia nti afi de oda mpa so eti akonye boni tv oni fridge ya tena kono de so eno kura kekekura ma pressure ko unya tv anka obehwe unya fridge anka obanu musuo ba woni bi abroche na ntesa abroche no oje 2,000 okwa ya hwe se okay ye de sanema we nyina ma wa bosumi bia ye 1,000 kura still beka 1,000 na wotumi dia ye obibi no problem wo no ye bo besi a wutua ye hwe wo sika so a woje na se bosumi bia amount ye 1,000 a wo de be 4 years e betubetua sanema we nyina aka sene be ya wontena sentwen na 4 years ansa watimi abuabu esikaye no abeto sa niam we nyina nti ye de be ma wo koda mpa do so kotena akonwa nim konum fridge nim nsuo kohwe tv no ene ne tua ne kakra over the next 4 years. Inti ade na nka wo 4 years be boaboa no ansa wetumi enya no. Ye de nyina be ma wenne na we yusu na wetua ne kakra. That is how you bring happiness to your people. Sa ena ekwan a wo fa so a wo de anigye ebra wo manfo no sa na yeye no. Hwan ina betumi aka che me say oja ketua 1000 cedis na ka yete no ebia 600 na de ama ne sa ne ama we nyina ankonje obeje onye yenkope obi wo ho a opade atama ne ba pa ba de sika no so but o hwe de sika ogina obetumi atama ne ba no ba de so de afe ba ko ansa we sebi akwakoto so ne ba ne pade ne nne onye yankobe yama no yese ohie ni do ne ba ohun ohie ni odo ne ba ohun because ebia wo dwakwala ne pa ba kwala ne se mommy me pe Samsung Galaxy S5 na me so be dia kusua de digital ya be openenne e de sua de afi na obeka che ne se emefa twen na December matama wo afi mumu nyina na oba ne munemu na kire wo uhu na wo ye mahyew owura ho wo hia ne nafofo a obi ekura bi obi edi sua de onya na nkono so kura bi no kure wo betumi atama no esansa wo ye adwuma wo enso yese boabo sika no na nya ni nyina asa wato Dr. Mahmoud ba mesi be ye fi ho. To sa Galaxy S5 no ma emefa enne. Free ne tua ne kakra. Esa ne se baby a wo kwakoto no. Omo nim se ye wo credit scoring system aba. Enti wo kwa ye ba kwhwe wo credit score. Sa wo credit score che se wo yo bi a ye ba obesi a wotua. Ne ye hwe wo sika da wo je no. Ne ye hwe se sika ne ye tetewa. Wo betumi nya bi so ahwefia. Ye betete wo kakra. Na ade na emefa pen no. Wotumi ataba no. Na oba ne hu se no kre nso do no mpa na wonya obeda so no otubi ato no wada so enne na wantwen afe anda fam afe asa wonya mpa na da so TV na nso pe bi ahwe no na nso otubi nya bi ayeden ahwe sa ene ye di enije ebre ye manfo and that is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is introducing. Now dear bakwe masade we jira ye den say once we have the credit scoring system, the good news is that ebema enyuma no so niema Ghana for penal doso because credit scoring system never purchase obi etumi tobi obi ape bi obenya bi nipa dodo na na fe de ebetumi aton konya ye nyina na ebetumi ato TV dodo na ebetumi ato fridge until the demand never go high. Immediately the demand never go high no it means that it's a business so omo produce more because nipa eto se ebe produce more so dia let us say e fa nipa dodo enwumam no be boaye eye adwuma. Simple strategy, simple system to make sure we bring happiness to the people. We be say oh na den o abemu adada onye dada na Ghana card. Dada na Ghana card. O man penin dada no ka che say ye abemu adada dada yen no. Oba 8 years o to be the Ghana card why. Dada na Ghana card. Afi ni ye bi. Afi ni synchronize system ni nyina. Dada na mobile money interoperability. First no. Now to me to be send this guy if you MTN Momo Eco Vodafone so. He afi ni to be. Inti afi na mre na so aye we ebe because we no ase na ebetumi aye no yes ya sa niema we nyina afi na mre na so ebetumi aye sa niema we enu nti na ne mre aso ade bia wo ne mre ade bia e wo ne mre yeti we ase nipa no ye wakono de bebre but bibia e wo ne mre afi na credit scoring system no so aso we eba ma hiafo eba ma oni biefo eba ma omo ankobu nya ankobu pe eba ma maame fo ne papa fo omo dom mba eso sa ne ohie nti omo ma hu se omo dom no eba ma omo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will use it as one of the ways to create jobs for the people. Mining sector is one of the biggest things for this country, but of course your challenges yenya concession assassin ya dia wo yenya assassin no esi etu egudie no wo ba yeniska ne akofa broni onfa ne sika mbe boa ye oba yama ne 90% ne ya fa 10%. Yesu yenya bi yeniska ayede betu ntini akonsuo nim ne ekotu nsuo nim de no because I want ne tu nye den ne yesay yensuo no. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say yen boa ne yen reform yen sesa mining licensing regime no yema ne emungo kakra na Ghana for no mo pebido obi entumi nje license ni bi oje license ni wia eno be ma yetumi regulate no ne yema na mine e wo kwan papa so na onko nsuo nim enkoye nsuo nim basabasa na mpo Said the Bayer Ghana for Ankasa be oni Yankasa ne Benya Yahona and Sasena ye to Magudi Bay Yankasa ye DNT. Obama Mining Minerals Development Bank Aba. Some Minerals Development Bank, the more Bayan say small scale miners and the mining project and the mining areas, no war concession. When you will be bia or the mining, na bank na Mosca, now they are shemu, now they took gold, no. Unko Fabro ni be meba, no me fa gold and no more 10%. One kasa obenya support from a buying Minerals Development Bank, uduko 2, na when you gold, na we tuya bank neka abaya to gold, no, through the gold purchasing program, na they attire sikanechi, na sikana what die day akosro. Or say, obe making sure say a buying no be bebre wo my way, my buying neto, a buying purchasing power near strong, a buying to books, a buying to school uniforms, a buying near the animal kola, a buying school dying, a buying ye car kwine, a buying to near me bebre, a buying to ndro near dear. Or the mbra beba, me pa mchomunti yo. Or the she be a friend of buy Ghana first for all public institutions. Say we are buying juman kwa that's a wokakoto parazona. To parazona ye na Ghana ha. Ebi ni ho na wato na abrochiri. But say ye parazona Ghana ha kwa dia 20 bi. Na no on fana no keke enka because ojitum say in the past no ya abanya aba ni abanya etwemu nyina try say ye beye sade we ntumi ye. This time esu ehu ya ye nya ni nyina kire say si ye de mbra eta buy Ghana first. Friend say program ye chia eni mu ahode be koso nti ye be sakra public procurement laws ni mu kakra or de be ko parliament ni ya sakra mu kakra na ya chichire wo public procurement law ni mu say wo beto de bia na wo ya ban adwuma nko ade a ade na wo beto no say ebi wo Ghana ha ye ne Ghana ha to ha first say wo nya bia say wakwa abruchire na wase a chichire auditors na internal audit systems ni mu say na be ya audit committees and tender committees no mbra be chichire mo say hwe pefe sa ade na ye to no ebi ni Ghana ha asa wato de wa abruchire e wo Ghana ha nko na ye wo Ghana ha nko ade a de ye wo Ghana ha no eno na sese woto de be ma na ba ne say ebema Ghana fo mfi de adwuma nim be bie na Ghana fo mfi de adwuma mu bie no na omo fam rante ne mbaba hanso adwuma mu etosum eboa because adwuma ne mu bie no obehie nipa ma na ye adwuma na waboa na wa fam rante ne mbaba. Remember the strategy nyina na say yebema jobs aba na businesses are expanded. Strategy nyina na say businesses be expanded. Businesses expanded a yebefa nwuma e dey na businesses expanded when the demand is there. Say nipa be to ade na e ma businesses na expanded. Enti kai say or the credit score in the ba say na be ankrankra ba akoto o ma na nsi ho abaye dwuma no so o hye ye kete or the bright hye yen say wo beton ko ade a to de ye ne Ghana e no beboa na Ghana dwuma no mabie na ma fam rantie ene mmaba adwuma mu. Afei I earlier on spoke about the taxes. Or say or the tax in or the beba or better small scale mining gold. Reduce withholding tax for small scale gold export to 1%. Or better so, implement a flat rate tax for all importers. Or better so, or better making sure say importers, spare parts dealers, or more importing a many flat rate. Waiving of interest and penalties for failures to file taxes in previous years. Abolish betting tax. Betting. Tax that betting so no also be true. Now all the taxes she say nyina bewie afa de obi emu se Ghana ye taxes she say no emu aye de emu ahenhan afa de enwuma no niema ekoso obi abetumi no hwahye mu no se de be ya obi a oye adwuma o man mu bia betumi akose me so mbese metua me tax no o say wo kadada na wo de from previous years no enu nti ama wo suro se wo ba na wo yi wanim se wo betua ene tax na ye de be dan wo ka no o se me de achew ye de ni na achew ya pepa afedi ebra be join na won so de kakra obetumi contribute enne no contribute esa ne say ya ma tax ensem no aye convenient amount, and that is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has for the business people. Also be making sure